the benefit. What's this? Okay.
Sorry, that was me, Brian. I hope you don't mind being recorded.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Anyway,
perfect.
no, so the reason I chose real estate is because it's kind of my passion. I mean, my grandma's an appraiser, my mom has a real estate license, so it's kind of like I was around it for a while, and always was something that I was interested in. And I didn't really want to, go to college and do that whole scene. So I just decided, this is what I really want to do, and you can make a good living doing it. And so I just decided that's what I'm gonna do. And that was probably 2 years ago. And then I decided, well, what are the steps to, become a realtor? And so I took the class. It's 150 hours, and then you have to go and take the state and national exam. So the 150 hours, I took that at SWAC through Debbie Roth. She's a principal broker. She owns Century 21. And then I was done with that in June, and I wasn't 18 yet. And you have to be 18 to be a realtor. And so then I waited till July to take my test. So I actually finished the classes before I was graduated from high school. And when I passed the course, I passed on the first try, but a lot of people don't. It's very hard, is what some people say. It was kind of easy for me, but anyway, it's one of those things where a lot of it is, if you've heard the terms before, you're probably going to pass. But if you've never been around, it's something completely brand new to you, you might struggle. Anyway, so when I passed, I was the youngest real estate agent in the state of Oregon, and I still might be. That was about 4 months ago. And I had a goal to just put 5 houses under contract from when I started to December, so which that is pretty hard. Most agents don't even, put one under contract in the first 6 months. So I did that in my first month. And then now I think I've got 6 pending and 4 closed. So, just to give you an idea, it takes anywhere from 1 month to 2 months to get a deal closed. And realtors don't get paid until they have closed a deal and everything's gone through, the deal's recorded. And so that's something, if you're going to become a realtor, you have to keep that in mind, that you're probably not going to get paid for a while. And you could put a lot of work into one deal, and then it doesn't go through. The deal could fall apart. But it's a great way to make money if you're not wanting to go to college and you have a lot of energy and are willing to kind of give up your personal life. All you ever do is work, but that's fun. So yeah. Anything else? Any questions?
Yeah, I do, Ryan. So tell us the process when you, so somebody walks through your door and they're looking to buy or sell a house. Tell me the process and what did they say? How do you agree?
Okay, so say somebody walks in this office and they want to buy or sell. Let's just say they want to sell. So the first step would be, okay, let's talk about, how much are you really looking to get out of your house, and then we go over, well, are you okay with paying X amount of commission, or do you want a little bit less, so we go over all that stuff. And then now we got to get the house ready to put on the market. If you want your house to be fully financeable, you're going to need to do some repairs. Most people need to do repairs. A lot of times around here there's dry rot, or some things need to be replaced or fixed. And so we'll do those repairs, and then that'll kind of put us in a position where we can either ask a premium price, or because it's fully financeable. And then we normally will get photos taken, we'll get it on the market, and then once we put it under contract, we go pending on it. It can take anywhere from, like I said, a month to 2 months to, especially right now with the title company, they're really backed up because there's been so many, you know, deals going on, and it's nothing they can control. It's out of their hands, and but they're handling it really well. You know, at that point, it's all with them. You know, they've got to do a preliminary title report, make sure there's no liens on the property, and then they got to, you know, if there is, then they got to clear title, and then if there's a loan involved, then you got to get, you have to have clear to close, and the lender has to, you know, get all their stuff done. We got to get an appraisal, we got to get an inspection, we got to get all this stuff done, and you know, throughout that process, we're, you know, making changes to the deal. So say you got an inspection and the house needs a new roof. Well, then you've got to, you know, lower the price or, you know, have the repair done. And so, you know, it's just a lot of back and forth with, you know, your client and other agents, and yeah.
And what people probably don't realize is that it's like you own your own business per se, and you now have to start advertising.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes out of whose pocket?
What was that?
And that comes out of whose pocket when you have?
I pay for most of my advertising. Masco does pay for some of it. You know, if it's a group advertising, they pay for it.
Oh, okay, great. Karen, you want to ask a question?
Is it stressful being a realtor?
It can be, but a lot of the realtors I've noticed, they do get stressed out. You just got to remember, it's not life or death, you know. It's not, you can't, you know, get all worked up about a deal if it's not going to close, if you're scheduled to close Friday and it doesn't close till Monday. You can't, you know, be all worked up about that and worry about it. You have to remember that there's worse things that could be happening, you know, so.
Why did you choose to do this out of all the other jobs?
Oh, just because it was my passion and I knew I was gonna make money doing it, you know, and it can open up doors for other things. Like if you want to go in title and escrow, if you want to go into appraising, if you want to go in inspecting, you know, there's a bunch of different lending, you know, there's a bunch of different options within this umbrella kind of.
And in your opinion, what kind of a personality or characteristics should a person have to be successful in being a realtor?
Well, I'd say you got to be pretty, you got to get along with everybody. You can't just be only get along with certain type of people. You've got to be an all-around like nice person. You can't be rude and treat people in a way that would make them not want to work with you, because that's the fastest way to lose your business. You've got to be super nice. You got to be on top of things. You have to be responsive when people contact you, because if you're not, they're going to move on to the next person.
Yeah.
What are like the benefits of becoming a realtor?
You kind of, a lot of people say, oh, you create your own schedule. Well, kind of and kind of not, because if somebody calls you at 5 p.m. on a Sunday night and wants to see a property, well, do you want to, but they say, oh, can't do it, you know, I can't, this is the only time I can look at it. Well, if you want the deal, then you'll show the property, you know. So that's not really, people call it a benefit of making your own schedule, but I wouldn't consider it one. But you know, not having somebody over your shoulder telling you what to do, when to be somewhere, none of that. You really are your own boss. That's one of the biggest benefits.
So did you do your course through SWAC or did you start online?
I did it through SWAC. Yeah.
I can add some more information on that. So we do currently offer the course. There is limited registration because of COVID and everything. So we are only enrolling 6 people per term at this time. The cost of the course is $695, and it does qualify for a payment plan through our Student First Op Center. So if you need some flexible payment options, that is available. It is completed in the term. There is an additional piece that there is an online portion that goes along with the face-to-face. So you do need to have access to a computer with reliable internet. The face-to-face piece is always on Tuesday evenings. So it really works into a good schedule for those folks who may be also working as well, from 6 to 9 p.m. And it's a 10-week course. On the last week, there is an additional optional Saturday all-day study session, not required, but highly recommended. And if any persons have any additional questions about the course, you're going to contact me on a call in Community Ed at Southwestern. And let me find the chat. I'll put in my information, my contact information, for anybody that might have any questions on that. So, and it does, registration, because it is limited, is going pretty quickly. So, because it is definitely one that is in high demand, especially right now with the housing market being the way it is. So early registration is completely recommended. Winter registration is open now. The only term we don't offer this course is in the summertime. That's all.
Thank you for that information.
You can sign up for this, correct? Such as what Ryan did.
Sorry, what was your question, Stacy? I think I cut you off the first part.
Okay, so students can, if they're interested, they can sign up for the 10-week course, just like Ryan did when he was a senior.
Getting some nods, so I think that was a yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Are you a realtor too?
No, she's a consultant.
Okay, so I had one more question, Ryan. I know we listed that you also do real estate photography. Could you touch a little bit on that?
I don't do that anymore, but I used
Okay.
to. You know, that is a really easy way to kind of get in and meet realtors, you know, and kind of see how you want to, I don't know, how you want to show properties, you know what I'm saying? So like you kind of now I really know how I would like to display the listings that I have. And I am able to kind of not direct, but let the new photographer that I use know what I want and how the house should be shown. Because, you know, say a lot of new realtors just like, oh, we'll just accept the photos that the photographer gives them. Me, I know how they should be, and I know what I want, and I'm able to kind of, the photographer appreciates that because I know what it should look like, you know, and I can tell them this is what I want, and you know, it makes things a lot smoother.
Perfect, thank you. I know there's a lot of students that are either handy with the camera or have interest in going into that type of stuff. So it's good to hear your side of that. Does anyone else have any further questions for Ryan today?
Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You're a total inspiration to
Thank
me.
you.
I've bragged about you in my classes over and over.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time out to talk with our students today.
You're welcome.